Unit 2, Qualities of Sound. 2. Qualities of sound. Every sound has qualities. These qualities relate to different aspects of the sound, such as the volume or the duration. There are 4 sound qualities: pitch, duration, intensity and timbre. 2.1. Pitch. This is the characteristic of sound that tells us the difference between a high sound and a low sound. It is related to frequency, a scientific concept that tells us the number of vibrations per second of a sound wave. As you can see, a high-frequency sound has a smaller period and vice versa, a low-frequency sound has a bigger period. A scientific term for vibrations per second is Hertz, abbreviated HA. A high sound has a lot of vibrations or periods per second, a lot of HA, while a low sound has few vibrations or periods per second, not many HZ. We use the stave, US staff, and the notes to represent the pitch. 2.2. Duration. This is the characteristic of sound that tells us the difference between a short sound and a long sound. It is measured in seconds. In music, we represent sound duration with note values and silence with rests. Notes values and rests have different names in British English and in American English. In British English, it's called semi-breve or semi-breve rest, while in American English, it's called whole note or whole rest. It has 4 beats. In British English, it's called minim or minim rest, while in American English, it's called half note or half rest. It has 2 beats. In British English, it's called crotchet or crotchet rest, while in American English, it's called quarter note or quarter rest. It has 1 beat. In British English, it's called quaver or quaver rest, while in American English, it's called eighth note or eighth rest. It has a half beat. It's common to see quavers or eighth notes joined into sets of 2, to make 1 beat. In British English, it's called semi-quaver or semi-quaver rest, while in American English, it's called 16th note or 16th rest. It is a quarter beat. It's common to see semi-quavers or 16th notes joined into sets of 4, to make 1 beat. 2.3. Intensity. This is the characteristic of sound that tells us the difference between a loud sound and a soft sound. It's related to volume and also known as loudness. The scientific term for loudness is wave amplitude, and it's measured in decibels, abbreviated decibel. In music, we represent intensity with dynamics. These are Italian words used to express the different degrees of intensity. In this table, you can see the dynamic indications. 2.4. Timbre. Timbre is the sound quality which makes it possible to identify the object that produces the sound. For example, we can distinguish a trumpet from a clarinet, even if they play the same sound with identical pitch, duration and intensity. The human ear and brain are able to hear and appreciate very small variations in timbre.